Hi everybody, it's Sylvia Jo again, here with an update as I finish up week 8 of the keto diet. And today we're going to go over results, and we're also going to talk about whether or not we should weigh every day. How often should you weigh? Let's go ahead and start with the results. I started the week at 283 pounds, and I was a little bummed last week because I didn't drop any weight, but this week I finished at 280 pounds. There were a few wins that I had this week that I just want to talk about really quick. One day I was on the way to work and I put on some shoes that usually hurt my feet, and my feet lost weight. That was a surprise. I didn't expect my feet lost weight. I didn't even realize my feet were fat, but they're slimmer. The shoes fit great now, and my toes didn't go numb, which is always a plus. Another win, I had my lowest ever blood pressure. I had a blood pressure of 113/76. My husband heard that and freaked out and was trying to talk me into not taking my blood pressure medicine because it's dropping too low. But I have to keep taking my medicine. I have to keep tracking every day. And my doctor's given me instructions that if it falls under 100, I'm to call him right away, and he's going to drop my blood pressure medicine. And so as I drop weight and keep doing keto, my hope is that I will be off this medicine in just a few months and not have to worry about taking a pill every day, not have to worry about interactions with medicine, because there is so much that interacts with blood pressure medications. So let's talk about the scale. There's some debate out there about how often you should weigh, and I hear lots of people say, leave the scale alone, don't weigh every day. The scale is a mean mofo. It will play mind games. It will get in your head. Okay, it gets in my head, and so but I've tried. I personally will tell you that I weigh every single day, and I don't think that I need to, but I feel like that's the first thing that I do when I wake up in the morning. And I think part of it is that I somehow have this fear that I'm gonna wake up in the morning and all the weight's gonna be back overnight. I'm back 310 pounds again, and every now and then the weight will jump up a little bit, and I get frustrated but I'm learning that weight loss isn't just one straight stream of going from 310 to 305 to 300 to, one line that just goes straight down. It's more of a up and down. It goes up and down and up and down all the way to you. So it's like you gain a pound, you lose 3. You gain 2 pounds back, you lose 2, up 1, down 3, and it's just up and down and up and down. I have to learn that as long as I'm going, down and still ending up less than I started, it's gonna be okay. Let me tell you a little story about something that happened to me years ago. I'd never been able to run a mile nonstop, ever. And I was trying to because I was training for my first half marathon. But I downloaded Couch to 5K, Couch to 10K, all of these different apps that's going to help me do it, but I never could seem to string together a mile of running. Well, one day I went out to the track and I was angry, and I started running just to get my mind off things, and before I knew it, I ran 5 laps around the track without stopping. 4 laps is a mile, and I ran 5 without stopping. This was huge. I had never run that long without stopping before. And I went home, I told all my friends about it. I went back the next day and I did it again. And then before the end of the week, I did it again. But on Saturday, when it came time for me to get on that scale, I'd gained a pound. And for some reason, the fact that I gained a pound got in my mind. It discouraged me, it depressed me, and guess what? I slacked off that day. I think I ate things I wasn't supposed to eat, and I didn't go for a run. I stopped going for runs, and I've never been able to string together a mile ever since, because the scale got in my head and I spiraled out of control because of 1 pound gained. So, should you weigh every day? Most people say no. I probably shouldn't weigh every day, but I do. If I jump up a pound, then I get even more strict on my diet, or I go work out even harder until I see the weight start dropping again. But I think part of it is a fear that I'm going to wake up and it's going to be back there again. And part of it is this idea that, all the times that my weight has gotten out of control is because I stopped measuring. I stopped looking at the scale. But the up and down thing that your weight does as you're losing weight will drive you crazy. So I do suggest finding other ways to measure along with the scale. Please don't let the scale be the only thing you do. Other ways that you can measure yourself. If you have access to a gym, get somebody to check your body fat percentage. Check your clothes. How do your clothes fit? Take measurements. But always have more than one way to measure. And if you're into, being athletic, then measure your progress and how you're doing and how you feel based on performance. How many sit-ups and squats and push-ups can you do without having to stop? How far can you run before you have to stop? There's plenty of ways to measure. Don't let the scale be the only way, because it will get in your head when you're not seeing the progress that you want to see. Well, that's all that I have to report this week. So far this month, I've only lost 5 pounds, but I'm hoping that it's mostly fat and I'm not losing any lean mass, or if I am, it's just a little. There's 1 week left in the month, so my goal is to drop another 2 pounds before the week ends. So tune in next week to see if I meet my goal of 7 to 8 pounds lost this month. Right now I'm only at 5, but I hope that you all have a great and productive week. I hope you all meet your goals for the week and see you next week.